You have to be joking me. They just start playing music as they're about to film this. I think I should be good. Are you all ready? Oh, yes! What's good, people? Welcome to the final Q&A of the 2023 prep. I told you I was going to keep these Q&As a staple because as I get deeper into the prep, more questions come in and come in and come in, and any good ones I get, I save for these videos. Strawberries and cream, I'm absolutely elite at them. So yeah, people, sit back, get some food. We have some good questions. We're gonna crack right on. We are heading into peak week soon, so me and Adam are grinding out content from here on. So the last chill out, relax video you're gonna get. The rest is gonna be craziness. Okay, question number 1. Will you make your prep workouts and diet available for us to follow? This is going to be something that will be available, not to everyone, but to certain people who decide to click a button, sign up to something that will support me and support you in many ways. I don't know if I'm giving it away too much, but there will be something dropping on show day and all that type of stuff will be included in that, so stay tuned. Simon asks, would you ever drop your stack? That too will be included in the This sounds like too much of a plug. Look, there will be a lot of stuff, a lot of behind the scenes or just confidential things that I don't drop in videos that will be available to you all soon. The only reason I haven't dropped the stack is because it's not part of my content, lads. I don't feel like that would fit in anywhere in my videos. I don't want people to take what I'm doing and run with it. My shit's entertainment, man. How much posing practice are you doing? Right now I'm doing a lot. I'm doing enough to have DOMs after posing, so that says it all. Obviously this is the first classic show, so I'm prioritizing posing now, and then heading into peak week I'll have a bit more energy, so training will take a backseat. It'll be like pump sessions and stuff like that. I won't be training all out failure, so the body will be in a better position to just hone in on posing. So I am still posing, but peak week is going to be like posing week for me. I'm going to spend hours posing just to absolutely nail it. Adam's nodding his head to the questions. Adam's vibing with the questions. Do you have a coach or do you prep on your own? I do have a coach, Gary. I'll leave his Instagram in the description. Nate asks, was it worth it? I don't know exactly what you're referring to. If you're talking about the struggle and the hardship of prep. Right now I don't have an answer, but I know after show day, after I eat a rice cake with an obscene amount of peanut butter and salt, I'll say it was all worth it. That's like my go-to when I hop off stage, bro. A rice cake and just like unlimited peanut butter. Okay, this is a good question. How do you overcome negative self-talk? This is something that I've definitely experienced in the past week, I'd say, is just self-doubt, negative thoughts, negative talk to myself. The only thing I can say is try and become numb to it. Just keep going. Time doesn't slow down or stop for anyone. So no matter how you feel, just keep on going, because time will, again, keep going. You're not stuck in any certain moment in time. You're stuck in your thoughts. But like anything, it passes. Any emotion passes, any thought passes. Don't feel like you're permanently stuck, because you never are. What do you think will be your stage weight on show day? So I just found out my cap for classic is 175. I'm in and around that now. We still haven't fully depleted going into peak week, so I'd say I'll drop another few pounds, and then if we need to, I can do a few methods to drop some more water weight before weigh-ins. But I'd say I'm going to be on stage around that mark, 175. If I can weigh in and hit the 175 and fill up to like 180, then I fucking will. But I guess around the 175, which is almost 10 pounds on last year, lads. Think about that. And I'm leaner. Okay, if Ghost asked you to collab and make a pre-workout, what flavor would you choose? This is a hard one, because most of my shit is like savory stuff, like cinnamon. I don't know if you'd have a cinnamon pre-workout. Would you drink a cinnamon pre-workout? Probably not. fucking, oh, actually, apple and cinnamon pre-workout. We're bussin'. I don't know the answer to that question. Maybe a potato flavor. I don't know, that would be, I feel like that's something that could happen in the future, lads, if we keep going at this rate. First thing you're gonna eat after the comp. I answered this in the last video, but I feel like it's changed. I'm gonna come back to this apartment, 2 packets of Uncle Ben's spicy rice, this frozen chicken. I know it sounds cheap as fuck, but it's frozen chicken that's seasoned that I can get in HEB. I'm emptying the entire bag onto a plate, into the microwave, 5 minutes, mountain of chicken, mountain of rice, mountain of cheese, and a mountain of hot sauce. And I'm gonna sit there like this after with a goddamn welt belly. It's weird, man. It's like, I'm not craving the shift food. I won't be craving it immediately. I'll be craving that the day after, but on the show day, because you'll have had the carb up to 3 days, or you'll have had the carb up the days before, you don't really be eating much chicken and stuff like that on a carb up. So me just being the weirdo I am, I know I'm gonna crave just like juicy chicken with a big rice dish and just feel satiated with like savory food. And then the cheat day will happen the day after and I will cause absolute carnage this time around. What's the plans after you win? Become a millionaire. What is the most important part if everything is on point? You're posing. You could have the hardest prep, be the best conditioned, go through the most difficult 16 weeks of your life, but if you don't go on the stage and present a package or present a show, you will lose it all from something as simple as posing. So it is the most simplest thing, well, not the simplest thing, but it's the most overlooked thing. Prep is, there's a lot of hard things and posing is not one of them. Posing is just like something to do, but it's the most important thing. So if everything's on point with your prep, make sure your posing is good, otherwise you just scrapped off the whole prep. Is training far away from friends, family, girlfriend a distraction, or is it helping by removing distractions? So when I first arrived, it was sick. I was in like paradise, came to this place, getting to the US, just motivation was high. But then prep did get fairly difficult because we start digging hard when I got over here. So that enjoyment, or any enjoyment I had in life, got slowly sucked out of me. And then I started to get weirdly lonely, because prep is a lonely journey in itself, even if you're around people, but not having someone to just bounce thoughts off at night or keep you sane by conversating. I think I went a couple of days without even speaking to people, like just not a word was spoken out of me, and then I tried to talk and I just had no voice. So I'd say at the beginning it was motivating. I got a taste of Houston again, Alphalete, I was living it. And then as the days went on, it started to get, I don't know, I'd appreciate being around people, even if they are a distraction. A distraction is fucking good on prep. So off-season and pre-contest cycles this time around, very, very, very similar, almost identical, except on the off-season, I wasn't using the hard stuff. You know what I'm saying? Use your head, man, the hard shit. But that's just one thing. When you binged after the last show, how do you overcome it? I've done a shoot and binged. Keen, I didn't actually binge after my last show. Again, I held back last prep. I wasn't in any stage or any state to want to binge. I did the same as I said I was going to do. I came home, ate some chicken and rice, and the next day I went around loads of fast food spots and got like one item. I never really binged. So I can't give you advice, but I have binged before. And what you shouldn't do is try and make up for it the next day, like by eating less, because you're going to cause a reoccurring cycle. You're going to cause binge, starvation, binge, starvation. Even though you will have fuel from the day before because you binged, still feed your body the next day. Just lose the weight over time. Don't think pull back an extra 2,000 calories and starve yourself the next day just to make up for it, because you're going to binge again. So let the binge happen and just fuel your body the next day. Don't leave a body starved. If a body is starved, it's going to binge. Your brain is powerful, so let the binge happen. Who gives a fuck? It's food. You've 20 years if you want to lose weight. Stop worrying about abs and shredded abs. Eat the food. Don't feel guilty, and feed your body the next day. What's the biggest mental thing pushing me through prep? I don't fucking know. I think I'm low-key insane, so insanity. Would you move to the US? Yes, definitely. If I could start a visa, I'd be over here right now. Let me guess, some motherfucking Dr. Pepper. I'd be over here right now. It's proven difficult. And I thought Irish could get visas fairly easy, but not this Irishman. But I would. If I can figure something out, it's definitely going to be in the talks, moving over here permanently. Definitely out of Dublin anyway, but like I love Houston, man. Houston has a special place in my heart. Maybe it's because all the fucking food here, man. I don't know whether living here would be good for me. Obese Glen inbound. Biggest craving on prep right now, IHOP. When I go to IHOP on the cheat day, bro, I'm gonna do damage. I don't know if I may do 10,000 calorie IHOP breakfast on the cheat day. No, I'm joking, but I'm craving breakfast sweet food, like even donuts or shit like that. I'm not usually a sweet person, but I am craving sweet. Have you planned out how you'll spend days after your competition? Cheat day, probably a regular day, just like unwind, relax, chill, put the camera away, allow me to just unwind. And then after that, it's back to making content. I have so many video ideas I want to bang out. It's going to be a good month. There's a lot of binge eating questions, man. Everybody is struggling, bro. Your biggest flaw through this prep series? My biggest flaw. As weird as this sounds, I push myself harder than I'm supposed to. Whatever the protocol is, I always do more. And it's like, I feel like by the end of the day, I'm like, yes, I done more. But the body is not rewarding me for it. I'm beating the body up too much. So I need to definitely have a talk with myself about that. But that's my biggest flaw is I'll get a protocol that I have to follow and I'll do more cardio, more steps, train harder. And it sometimes is like self-sabotage because it is bodybuilding, it is muscle retention, you're creating art. So if you ruin art by overdoing it, it can be self-sabotage. Would you create an Alphalete type of gym in Ireland? I don't even know if I'd bother because trying to compete with something like Alphalete, I don't know if I'd ever have the funds to do that. So I wouldn't waste my time, but who knows, maybe like a private gym. Who knows where I'll be in 5 years. If I own a big ass business, I'll have like a private, just sick gym that like friends and family can come and train at, and I can do preps in and shit like that. But I never want to make like the biggest and best public gym. It's too hard. Any concerns about your physical health on prep? Yes, but I will prioritize this. Bloods immediately after a prep. Make sure everything's on point. Anything I need to do to recover will be done, because again, I'm in this for the long run, so I do prioritize that. Even if you aren't assisted, still prioritize your fucking health, man. I know there's a lot of young men out there that have never to this day got their bloods done, so it blows my mind, but I'm on top of health. When you feel like you're about to quit, is there certain things you do to combat the feeling? As I said earlier, just keep going. Even if you're in your head saying, I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna quit, keep walking on the treadmill. Keep going, keep training hard, do your next set. Stay hungry. It's one of those things, you just live in whatever moment or thought you're dealing with, but time will keep ticking and you're still going towards the goal, so you're never stuck in a moment in time. Can I have all your Alphalete clothing? No. The fuck? How do you feel within yourself? Seem to be crushing goals on camera. Do you feel this way? Yeah, I'm low-key proud of myself for what I done over here alone. I know I had a bit of help off Kyle, but with the energy levels I had, still making videos, still filming content for Instagram, still getting pictures, I made myself proud over here. And that's one thing I'm going to take away from this trip is I definitely proved myself wrong many times this prep. I doubted myself and I proved myself wrong. So yeah, I'm proud of myself, man. But I would say I'm crushing goals I'm setting right now. So I'm on a good wave right now. Is your cycle this prep the same as last prep, or have you made any changes? It's fairly identical, believe it or not. Almost identical, maybe a tiny bit more of one or two things, but not a lot. Like basically identical. There's no other there's nothing else added in. This is a good question. Next prep, would you start earlier, avoid getting too fat to avoid having the diet as aggressive? Yes, that was my biggest mistake this time. My next prep, I'm gonna make sure I'm in a better starting point, because that's why I had to push so aggressive, and that's why my body is so beat. I'm not sleeping, I'm so fatigued. It's because I had no other option but to push that hard. I wouldn't have been ready otherwise. So my next prep, I'm gonna make sure the starting point is in a better, healthier, more conditioned position, so I don't have to beat the body up so much. Because the result will be the same without less just beating the body. The calorie deficit will be slower. It won't be as harsh. Little tidy ups during the bulk, because it was a year-long bulk, lads, almost, so it was a lot. Or like 8 months. So yeah, I'm gonna stay on top. Even if I let go for a couple of months, I'll still do tidy up phases, because I need a better starting point. This prep was fucking hard. When's it gonna be the 10,000 calorie video? My cheat day, I don't even know if it will be 10,000. It may be close, but I don't know if I'm craving that much food. Like when I go to the fast food spots, I just grab one item I'm craving. I don't eat the sides, I don't get the fries with it, and you notice you're eating fries with every fast food spot you go to, and you've ate like 4,000 calories of fries that were all wank, they were all shit. So I just go in and pick the specific thing I want to get and sit down and just have that one thing. I leave all the stupid sides. Like if I was going to go to Popeyes, I leave the fries unless I'm craving that specific fry. So hitting 10,000, even a cheat day, is hard for me. What's your plans for YouTube and business after the show? We have something launching show day, and then it's back to making like content style videos. I'll still keep the vlogs in if something's happening. Like I have some sick shit happening July 1st, man. Look out for that shit. But just back to making content videos, shit that hits the fucking search bar. I want to grow this channel, lads, and it's not going to happen if I just vlog. Last question, lads. I feel like this ties in with the content that's going to be coming. Plans for peak week. Right now I'm still low-key waiting on like a set in stone plan from the coach, but I may suggest doing a fat load and then a carb load this time. Last year I didn't do a fat load, I depleted and then only done a carb load, and I feel like I could have filled up more. I definitely was full, but I definitely think there's more room to fill up this year around. So reduce fatigue over the next 3 days, 8, 7 and 6 days out. I'm not training. Cardio is going to be reduced, which is happening right now. I just done my last cardio session. You'll see that in the next vlog. Reduce fatigue, maybe a fat load, 5, 4 days out, 3, 2 carb load, and then there could be a base diet on 1 day out and then heading into the show on the Saturday. Again, none of this is set in stone, but I'm hopping on a call with the coach this weekend and we're gonna set some shit in stone because I wanna have like everything to a T this peak week. The main thing is like no stress on peak week. I wanna have it all written out on paper. I don't wanna be worrying about getting onto the coach asking for new things every day. I'll just send my check-ins, but I'll already have what to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's like key just to be on autopilot for peak week. You pull stress back, you pull fatigue back in the body, you replenish the body, bring it back to life, and present that bitch. Lads, that is gonna wrap up the video. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the last sit down chill video, man. I wanted it at least one more days before the madness of peak week and show day and stuff like that. Get hyped, get fucking ready. If you're new here, sub, man. Stop fucking playing. The kid is hungry. Are you hungry, bro? Man, Adam's got all the good food in the crib, bro. Shit making this hard. All right, people, I'm gonna wrap it up. Love you lot, appreciate you lot.
Yes, sir.
Subscribe, man. We out this bitch.
Negative, sir.